If there's one thing that I respect Jeremy Lefebvre for, it's his absolute dedication and persistence. Now, what is he persistent about? Absolutely scamming as many noobs and rubes as he possibly can on YouTube. He's very good at it. He is a master at scamming. But there are a lot of reasons that I don't like Jeremy Lefebvre. Case in point, he's a freaking scammer. Here we have financialeducationjeremy.com, and we have two simple words: under construction. What happened to Jeremy Lefebvre's website? What happened to Financial Fortress? Has he finally been vanquished? Has he finally been defeated? Has he finally realized that he's an incompetent clown, that he's a scammer, and that he should confess his sins and move on to a more legitimate skill? No, of course not. He's just reinventing himself. We all know that this clown has massively underperformed the stock market, and yet he charges people to tell them how to, quote-unquote, beat the market. As a matter of fact, his scammy little minions, when you call them to sign up for this course, tell you that you can expect 30% returns. That's better than Warren Buffett, by the way. But in reality, he gets absolutely annihilated. But Jeremy's clever. Jeremy's a clever little snake. Now he's transitioning to something else. Financial Fortress is not going away. It's going to be reborn into an even more grifty and disgusting enterprise. Now, I was able to find Jeremy Lefebvre's private group application. He just put out in my opinion, it looks like a new video where he lays out exactly what he's looking for in a new client. So let's go ahead and watch this video together. And this is a case study in scammer manipulation. You are going to be absolutely disgusted by what this clown has.
Smartest individual. Howdy there. So you're interested in joining my private wealth group, my private stock group. That's phenomenal. Few things here. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste our time. If you are somebody that is not in the financial position to join our group, do not do so. What do I mean by that? If you are somebody that does not have more income than expenses each month, you're not in the financial position to join a group like this, essentially. My number one thing when it comes to my strategy in the stock market is being able to invest consistently in the market over time. And if you're an individual out there who does not consistently have more income than expenses, you're not in the financial position to really be a long-term investor in the market, right?
Okay, so number one, he says, I only want people that have more income than expenses. Obviously, if you have less income than expenses, you're not going to be able to invest. But I guarantee you, that is an absolute lie from Jeremy Lefebvre. If he saw somebody that had $100 million of assets, or even $1 million, or even a couple $100,000 of assets, do you think he's really going to pry and see if you have more income than expenses? No. The bigger the dollar signs, the more they can charge you. That's right. The more you're potentially willing to pay for expert stock advice. So number one, he's full of freaking crap. But what he's doing here is he's trying to create this exclusivity. He's trying to say, hey, if you want to join my exclusive stock and wealth group, which is an absolute scam. 100%, I can say that with 100% confidence, with zero fear of any repercussions, because I am 100% speaking the truth. This thing is a massive scam. But by creating an element of exclusivity, oh, well, you got to be somebody that's serious. You got to be somebody that's, making more money than you're spending. That's the only people that can join my group. So you sit there and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm making more than I'm spending. Maybe I could join this group and give Jeremy a huge sum of money so I can massively underperform the market. That's scammer manipulation tactic number one. So let's keep watching and see what else this disgusting clown has to say.
You're not in the financial position to really be a long-term investor in the market, right? So that's the first thing is, do not apply if you are not an individual that has more income than expenses. Secondly, if you are somebody that's focused on trying to trade in and out of stocks all the time, doing all types of short-term trading, gambling in the market, things like that, do not join this group. It's not going to go over very well. Let's just put it that way. We're a group that is focused on long-term investing, building incredible wealth over 5, 10, 15 years, right? And building out extremely impressive portfolios and living the life that we dream to live, right? And so we don't engage in those sorts of like in and out of these stocks and gambling in the market and in and out of this option play and things like that. That's not our group. So just if you're interested in that type of stuff, this isn't for you, okay? Don't waste our time. Don't waste your time.
Oh, he's getting serious now. I don't want any gamblers. I want long-term investors. Do you know how many gambles this clown has participated in? Here's what happens with Jeremy Lefebvre. He always says, oh, I'm a long-term investor. I don't get in and out of stocks. You know what he does? If he buys a stock that gets absolutely wrecked, eventually what happens is that it disappears from his portfolio, and he never talks about it again. And you have to ask yourself, what did he do with the stock? Oh, that's right. He probably sold the frickin' stock, you absolute clowns. People fall for this garbage like it's absolutely nothing. And then you gotta remember, this guy bought a call option on a triple leveraged inverse Dow short ETF. A triple leveraged ETF buying a call option. Are you telling me that's not gambling or trading? What an absolute freaking clown! He's absolutely making up a bunch of nonsense once again to make it seem like, oh, this is an exclusive group of long-term investors that make tons of money, like with Tattooed Chef and Honest My Bonus and Corsair. It's insane. It's a joke, but it makes such great content. Oh, baby, I can't stop making fun of this clown. Let's keep watching and see what else this scammer has to say.
You, and he'll set up a time where you guys can meet. You can either text you, and he'll set up. What we're going to do is we'll essentially below you'll be able to enter in your number, and O-Man will text you, and he'll set up a time where you guys can meet. You can either do a phone call or you can do a Zoom call. You have to do one of those. You're not just, you might say, well, why can't I just join, right? Why can't I just join? Well, it doesn't work like that, because at the end of the day, when it comes to my private stock group, my private wealth group, when we've gone down that route in the past, it usually doesn't end very well, because then folks start joining that aren't the right type of people for our group. These gambling folks, these folks that want to be in and out of stocks, folks that aren't very focused on long-term wealth building, any of those sorts of things, okay?
So who's O-Man? Well, it's this clown right here, Andrei Schleneko. Now, let's not harass him, okay? Let's not send him any threats or anything. But this is the clown that he's talking about, his right-hand man, who I guess runs the financial education YouTube channel. It's an absolute joke, by the way. Oh, and also we have Corey Ortega, who is Andre Jikh's girlfriend, at least the last I heard. So this is O-Man. Now, they want to screen you, okay? They want to bring you in, and they want to make sure that you're the right fit for the group. Because in the past, they had all of these gamblers and short-term traders. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You know what actually happened? A lot of people, after they paid this clown, realized that he's an incompetent, lying, scamming fool, and they got mad. And Jeremy said, oh, Tattooed Chef went down 95%? Well, you can't judge me because it's a short-term play. You're looking at it from a short-term perspective, when this is a long-term investment. So, of course, you need to leave my group because you don't understand long-term investing by buying a massively unprofitable, cash-burning trash company with super low gross margins. You just don't understand. So now they're being even more selective in the amount of people they can absolutely scam by trying to pick the biggest freaking clowns they possibly can that have no idea what they're talking about, but may potentially have a lot of money. And you'd be surprised, a lot of rich people don't know what they're doing when it comes to investing. They will fall for charlatans like this because you can make a lot of money and have no idea how to value a stock. You could be a great businessman or woman, make a ton of money, and have no clue what a DCF is or any of that, okay? It is not a requirement to get rich. Or you could be a moronic YouTuber like Jeremy Lefebvre and get rich without understanding investing. That's another way you can do it, okay? So let's keep watching and let's finish out this video.
Wealth building, any of those sorts of things, okay? And so we have to go through the vetting process. If that's too much for you, then that's fine. This isn't the group for you. But you do have to be vetted by my right-hand man. He has to make sure you're on the right track, that you're the right type of person to join our group. And if not, then that's perfectly fine. 99% plus of people that have ever applied to join the private stock group have not been able to join the private stock group, okay? Less than 1% have. And so just understand this is not a group for everybody. This is a group for folks that are very focused on their portfolios building out long-term wealth, okay?
He's literally looking at you in the eye and saying that he only has allowed 1% of people to join the private stock group. That is 100% BS right on the surface. He doesn't give a crap what kind of investor you are. If you have money, he will take it. This guy is desperate. He started a freaking Patreon. He's so desperate to pull in any money from any source that he can, because his ad revenue is probably going down, that he started multiple YouTube channels. He started a clownish Patreon, which actually makes a decent amount of money off of it, and doing whatever he can to change his image after the absolute destruction that he has wreaked on people. It's hilarious what this guy does, okay? But no, he has let in way more than 1%, the exclusive 1%. Into his freaking private stock group. That is an absolute lie. I will say that with 100% confidence. Let's finish this out.
Accomplished over the past 15 years. I'm very fortunate for the place I am now. I've worked really hard for this, and I've worked really hard to build out a great group, a great wealth group now at this point in time, and some of the smartest individuals I've ever been fortunate enough to know about, right? And also been able to build out these course curriculums that literally teach everything I possibly know up here about money overall, not just, it goes way outside of stocks. So yeah, if you're interested, enter your number below. Oh man, we'll text you, set up a call or a Zoom, whatever you guys want to do, and we'll vet you, see if you're the right fit. If you're not, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching videos. Much love, and have a great day.
I've worked so hard for this. I'm such a hard worker. He is a hard worker. I'll give it to him. He is the pinnacle of absolute clownery and scammery. I cannot fault you. Jeremy is a hustler. I'll give it to him, okay? Do not sign up for this. He is incompetent. He doesn't know basics of investing. I've proven that in 100 freaking videos. This is his newest grift. But really the purpose of this video was to show you how scammers always reinvent themselves. They get destroyed. Doesn't matter. They come back. They're like a unkillable phoenix. They die. They burn into ashes. You know, they destroy people's lives. And then they're like, oh, I need more money to pay for my lavish lifestyle that's based on ill-gotten gains. What do I do now? Oh, let me start a new grift. What a freaking scammer. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you soon. Ciao.